Ever dreamed of leaving your kampong for a better life in the city? Well, 15 years ago, I left Bintulu for KL to work as a police bantuan at a government building. But I didn't plan my move to KL very well and couldn't afford to pay for transport and a place to stay. So I took some loans. That's how I started getting into debt. My workplace always had bank agents waiting around to offer us loans. They said because we were civil servants, we could get big loans easily. I just had to give them my payslip to apply for a loan. 5 years later, my mother fell ill. I decided to take a loan to pay for a surgery and repay all my other loans. So I spoke to the bank agents and ended up taking a loan for 134,000 ringgit. As a civil servant, I thought I'd never lose my job and would always be able to repay my loan. But it turns out that things can happen that make you lose your job and ruin your financial plans. You see, I had to go back to Bintulu because there was no one to take care of my sick mother. I ended up resigning from my job as I couldn't take any more leave. I survived on money from odd jobs around my kampong. Without an income, I stopped making my 1,000 ringgit monthly loan repayments. When my mother passed away, I started over with a new job in KL, but I still couldn't afford to repay my loans. I was worried about my debts, but I thought I didn't have a choice, so I kept ignoring my repayments. For 10 years, I avoided using banking services so that my lenders couldn't find me. But it was hard to live a normal life without a bank account, so I decided to tackle my debts. I got my credit report from CITOS, the credit reporting agency, to find out my debt situation. I found out that on top of the 134,000 ringgit loan, I still owed money for some other loans. So, I owed 271,000 ringgit in total, and one bank had started bankruptcy proceedings against me. Then I went to AKPK, a Bank Negara Malaysia agency that helps Malaysians with debt management. They helped me to talk to my lenders. In the end, I managed to bring my total debt down to the amount I could afford to repay monthly. I was also able to stop the bankruptcy proceedings filed against me. I'm still repaying my debts, but here are some things I learned throughout my journey that might help you. 1. Keep your monthly loan repayments to less than 40% of your monthly salary. 2. If you need help with your loans, speak to AKPK who can help you talk to your banks. If your loans aren't from a bank, speak to your lenders directly. 3. Try to negotiate your repayments to an amount you can afford. 4. Check your credit report at least once a year. 5. If you're issued a bankruptcy notice, speak with your lenders. You could try to work out a repayment plan and stop the bankruptcy proceedings. For more information on tackling debt, visit multiply.org.my.